Hello, how's it going, everyone? I hit the live button because I was a silly sausage last week and didn't hit the live button for ages, even though I was chatting loads of shit. Let me just uh, let me just post the link on Twitter or X, if you will. Make sure you like the stream because that would be very wonderful, actually. Um, yeah, I am live. It's got me spooked now. It's got me spooked. I bloody tell thee. Do, do, do. Yeah. So I've got a few videos lined up today. Hopefully they will be of interest to you all. One is about protein slop for women. The second one's about what dying from obesity looks like. And the third one is Sal trying different kinds of milk. Zizi, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I do have my coffee. Here it is, sweetie. Welcome in, Ray Ray. Good to see you too. Welcome in, Paolo. Hope you're well. How are you? How are you doing, my darling? My darling. I've had my breakfast. I've had my coffee. I'm about to have another one. Um, I had bacon and egg sandwiches for breakfast. I feel quite full, so I'm a woman and I love protein slop. Yes, Ray Ray, then this is the video for you, girl. It's Kiana Docherty. I quite like her stuff. I watch her a fair bit. Good morning, Mr. Ranger Lab. Hope you're doing well. Finishing off your breakfast tea this morning. Lovely. Now, for those of you that haven't seen, I have already put up a link for tomorrow's live. I am going live tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. my time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern, I believe. And I'm going to be reacting to the Texas vlogs of Quirky Love Rosie. So please make sure you turn up tomorrow as well if you've turned up today. Should be a fun one. Yeah, she is great. She is great. I do enjoy her stuff. I don't know why she put China, the professional wrestler, on the thumbnail because China was notorious for using performance enhancing substances that weren't just protein, if you know what I mean. Good morning, Mels. I hope you're well. Welcome in. Yeah, I love Kiana as well. She's very good. Yeah, 2 p.m. US East Coast time. We're going to be watching Quirky Love Rosie. I figured that if I actually put in a time and a link and set everything up, then I'm actually going to do it. Yeah, that makes sense. um, so yeah, so we're doing QLR again. Quirky Love Rosie. Welcome in, Deb. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Um, do I have the tenacity to react to Foodie Beauty? I don't know yet. Because she's a man, you know. But we'll see. Because obviously, I I want to grow this channel basically. And obviously, one of the ways I can do that is watch a bit of QLR, watch a bit of Foodie Beauty, because I'm funny as all heck. That's all right, Ray. Don't worry. I'm not like completely like, oh my God, nobody likes me kind of thing. I just get into my head a lot. So I understand that people have things to do. So don't worry about that. We're here. Recruit. We don't want any more bears. Well, you got one right here, Dan. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, that's no worries, Mr. Ranger Lab. Everything is fine. Like, I understand that obviously 7 p.m. my time is going to be during the day or the middle of the night for some people. So I don't expect, like, you know, I expect 100% attendance, that kind of thing. I don't. I'm just, I'm just trying my best to be a bit more active, I suppose. So I think I'm the only person that kind of does the whole boy world shtick. But if I can incorporate girl world as well, then I've got boy and girl world, so I could just dip in and out of the boys and girls, like that. Round, round, gets around, I get around, all that kind of stuff. Yes, I am quite insane. Anyway, where were we? Here we are. Maybe we can get rid of Doctor now, actually, because he might get in the way of certain things. But you got me in the corner. Hello! Right then. Happy Mother's Day, Hot Latte. Welcome in. Good to see you. Um, Happy Mother's Day to all the non-British mothers, because we celebrated Mother's Day in March. So happy Mother's Day to all of you, rest of you. Thank you so much. So this video is called The Protein Slop Epidemic, but for women. So yeah, let's see what Kiana's got to say.
Want more protein, and brands are racing to feed them.
We've
all noticed the protein epidemic, right? I mean, it's truly unavoidable at this point. But guess what? Somehow, this situation is just getting started. Food is about to change in a big way, and there's a new layer. If you're a woman, not only are
I've never heard of protein Pop-Tarts. No one puts me in the corner. That's right, Mr. Angel Lab, for sure.
companies racing to feed you their products, but they're also trying to jam a lot of other toxic stuff down your throat as well.
One of the things that I've noticed now, I don't know if it's like something in America, it probably is, but they're starting to sell protein coffee in coffee shops now, and they're actually telling you the amount of protein that goes into a coffee. Now, am I being cynical, or is that protein milk? Is it just milk and cream, or am I being a dickhead? Because that's what it seems to be. Like, I'm looking at it. This iced latte has 20 grams of protein in it. Yeah, that's because there's a pint of milk in it. Do you know what I mean? The Pop-Tarts are newer. This crap isn't even food. It does vaguely resemble a chemical substance related to food, but not actually food itself.
So in today's video, we're discussing the muscle mommy situation, the many lies of protein snacks, and so much more. But before we get into it, a message from today's sponsor, Foreo. Red light therapy is one of the coolest wellness trends of all time to me.
Okay, I didn't expect Kiana to look like Sub-Zero within the first minute. But, here we are.
I know some of you still don't believe it, but the science on red light therapy is solid and so interesting. It's called photobiomodulation.
Like, we've had low fat for a while, and now we've got high protein. They're probably bunging cottage cheese or Greek yogurt into the coffee. Oh my God, Paolo, can you imagine? That's disgusting. There's an anecdote, for example, for me, where I used to buy a certain cheese. I think it's Cathedral City cheese, okay? And I bought the cheese, and it had 28 grams of protein per serving or something like that. And what they did was they changed the label. They nothing else was different. It still had 28 grams of protein, but they just slapped high protein on the label and they upped the price by about 30p, something like that. And I was like, this is exactly the same cheese. I didn't buy it, but yeah, it's just strange how everything seems to be geared towards high protein now, because everybody knows that protein is satiating. We need protein to help us with our muscles and stuff like that. But I think it is a bit excessive now. According to Google, it's protein boosted milk. So it is just milk. Milk and whey isolate. Okay, yeah. Which you can just do at home. really. You can have a milkshake. You can have your protein powder and some milk, and that is the same thing. Just do that.
Specific wavelengths of light penetrate the skin and stimulate cell function,
Ooh,
including collagen production.
oh my
I've been doing it for
God.
years as part of my skincare routine. My skin is smoother, softer, less dull, and as far as I'm concerned, I feel like red light therapy just gives me something I don't get with my other skincare.
Less money?
Foreo sent me this FAQ 202 mask some time ago. It has 8 different
Ah,
wavelengths,
right, you are,
including
right.
red and near infrared, the ones actually backed by research for collagen, fine lines, redness,
Exactly,
and
Mr.
dullness.
Rangelove.
It's ultra lightweight and made of this flexi fit silicone that molds to any face shape. Now, what makes the FAQ 202 different is it's wireless. You can move around, read, do chores, all while getting the benefits of red light therapy. Using the FAQ Swiss app, you can
Meat is like, you can have beans and chicken and beef and tofu and tempeh, seitan, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I buy into the protein stuff because sometimes I do need more protein on a training day. So I used to have a lot of protein shakes, but now I just don't bother. I just have a pint of milk instead.
switch between wavelengths, pull
I feel like my consumption of social media has definitely warped my vision on like the importance of certain things, on the importance of certain foods. Because when I was first doing my weight loss journey, I wasn't counting calories at all. I was just eating 3 meals a day and a couple of snacks, and I was doing fine. But as soon as I brought in the calorie deficit and I was focusing on macros a lot more, I found that I was faltering a lot more and I was just giving up a lot more. And obviously, having this channel, I was doing a lot of research into other weight loss influencers and stuff like that. And I just feel like it's definitely a much more, it's so muddled now. It's a much more muddled system than what we used to have in the past. Like, um, there was a video that I did a while back where they showed a typical diet in the 1940s or something, and it was bought by the Milk Council, and like, have a glass of milk with everything, and that was the extent of the marketing. But it's just a lot of the marketing is really insidious now, and there's just too much for people are like overwhelmed and bombarded with choices. It's just, I'm, you know, I've been affected by it too. Mostly because I watch the amount of carbs I eat due to my type 2. Yeah, I understand that. You definitely need to have a lower amount of carbs when you're on a type 2 diet. I knew I was locked in when plain non-fat Greek yogurt, chia seeds, and 8 grams of honey taste like heaven. There you go. I eat low-fat Greek yogurt with protein powder on workout days with something to make it taste good in it. Yeah. It is all about the Benjamins, yeah. The diet industry and the fitness industry is very lucrative.
up guided routines and personalize your treatments. I usually use the red light option for 20 minutes while I read or journal in the evening. If you want to check out the FAQ 202 or any other Foreo bestsellers, click the link in the description
I love Ferrero Rocher.
box below. Use code 30Docherty for an extra 30% off on almost all Foreo products. The code stacks on already discounted items, so you'll still get that extra 30% off. Thanks again to Foreo for sponsoring this video. So the article that started it all. Muscle mommies want more protein and brands are racing to feed them. Now, if you've never heard the term muscle mommy, it refers to jacked women who are visibly very muscular and work out really hard to get that way. But let's be real, is this who's driving the $30 billion protein snack craze?
No, 12 billion of that comes from Quirky Love Rosie buying Built Bars.
Probably not. But overall, women are now exercising and lifting weights probably more than ever before in history, which is crazy. It's a big deal. I mean, look at the workouts ladies were doing in the 30s.
And fling, Ed fling. You're a muscle mummy.
Then it was the jazzercise.
Big up the muscle mummies in the chat.
Lady.
The hips, sugar. Come on and shake that cute little booty of yours.
It is cute.
Ow!
Not little though.
Yeah.
Then Richard Simmons.
Turn on your heart. Right. Take it out. Turn that heart on for me.
I
Turn
will.
on for you.
Jane
I will. I'll turn it
Fonda.
all
Yeah,
on.
we have come a long, long way from the only appropriate female.
True. She definitely. Okay, well, that's an awkward still. I'm very sorry, Jane Fonda. This is what Foodie Booty looks at every morning. I have my plain Greek yogurt with blueberries, a smidge of peanut butter powder, a smidge of granola and chia seeds. That's very nice. Rosie does have bigger triceps than me, so, you know, I am quite jealous. And she's got hairier armpits than I do too, which is even worse.
Exercise basically being dancing in leotards and cool
Foodie's
socks.
preferred workout,
Even
for
the
sure.
very first winning female bodybuilder, Rachel McLish,
Hi, I'm Rachel McLish.
Hi.
was so much less muscular than what we see today. Being strong at all historically was seen as a manly thing.
I think I display an enormous amount of femininity.
Oh
and I
yeah, I'm
happen
not
to
saying that,
be-
but the look
right.
is one of.
The look is strength, and I think to me,
So, okay. When it comes to China, we've got there's a big rabbit hole to. Can you hear my fan, by the way? There's a big rabbit hole to go down with China because she didn't always look like that, because when she was first starting out in bodybuilding, she did have the kind of square muscular jaw, and she had surgery to she basically had jaw surgery to enhance her femininity, and it was very obvious that she was on some kind of growth hormone, let's face it. We're all your fans. Thanks, Paolo. I know you all are, thank you. You can't hear it, that's fine, because I'm quite warm. So yeah, China, she's not based on, she's probably based on a lot of protein, but there's definitely some different substances as well.
what
Strength is a
demonstrates
male word. A male
strength
word.
is a male word. Women are afraid to show strength because they get chastised for
True.
it.
That was
True, Mr.
Joni
Rachel.
Lauer, stage name China. She was a
Welcome
professional
in, Vogue. Good to
wrestler
see you.
and a muscle mommy before being a muscle mommy was cool or even accepted.
I was called everything from a man to a lesbian to a just extremely rejected and extremely unaccepted.
I don't know how I stumbled upon her story recently.
And if you've ever seen the adult film she's done, some men would be jealous of the appendage that she has. Let's just call a spade a spade.
But I did, and I was hooked. The WWE scooped up China after two wrestlers saw her physique and thought it would be so cool for them to have a female bodyguard. Are you ready? They named her China because she was the opposite of delicate and breakable. She
It
was
is
an
really
instant
damn,
hit,
yeah.
just as she was, but the show actually pressured her to lose muscle, shave her jaw down, and get implants. And she did, and people went crazy for her. She became this big star and people just loved her. But despite this, despite her success, eventually she was just fired out of the blue, and the rumor was that she was fired because they didn't want to pay her enough.
Character was going backwards for 6 years.
Okay, so I know a little bit about this story, that why she was fired. Firstly, Triple H, her boyfriend at the time, dumped her to be with the boss's daughter. And secondly, China thought that she was on the same level as Stone Cold Steve Austin. She wanted to be the world champion, and she wanted to be paid as much as Stone Cold Steve Austin. And obviously, 1999, that was never ever going to happen. So she was fired for that reason.
I had wrestled men. My moniker was being this female killer, and then all of a sudden,
It
I
can be
wasn't
done,
supposed
yeah.
to fight the guys anymore, and I was supposed to be this women's champion. And
The public does not want to see men losing to women. And for sure, for a man, it's perhaps a death knell to his career to lose to a woman. That may not sound fair, but it's bad business, possibly, to push a woman to beating men.
Was it completely necessary for me to tell you that China story? No, but for some reason I really wanted to. I watched like a whole documentary on her this week. My point is, thanks to our foremothers like Joni, strength training is extremely
Vince McMahon is a ruthless bastard, and I do hope he gets what he deserves before he passes on, because he's just an evil man. Welcome in, Alice. Good to see you. I loved China when I was a kid, to be honest. When she was with Eddie Guerrero, that was like the peak kind of stuff for me. I loved the whole Latino heat, mamacita kind of stuff. I loved it. Women were not as popular as men, no. But now you've got Rhea Ripley, you've got Charlotte Flair, you've got Becky Lynch, um, you've got all of these major female talents that are just thriving, and you can have them main event WrestleMania. You had Ronda Rousey in WWE for a brief time, and she was one of the major stars there. So China definitely paved the way. She definitely paved the way for the modern women. Like, just from a personal point of view, I would have loved to have seen people like China and Ivory and Jackie in the modern WWE, in like the 2022, 2023 WWE. I would have loved to have seen them against the modern women. You used to watch Glow and WWF. You loved Glow. We didn't have Glow when I was younger. We had NWA, WCW. We had WWF, and we had ECW when it was quite young. But honestly, China is like the major forerunner for women's wrestling for sure. Yeah, Ivory started on Glow. Yeah, that's right. I loved Ivory as a kid.
Mainstream these days. So yeah, 100% women overall are exercising more and lifting weights. But this whole protein
Vince is right,
protein
bastard.
snack thing, it has gone far, far beyond that. Research suggests that women are leading protein demand around the world. 27% of women believe they aren't getting enough protein, which is significantly higher than the general population. There really are so many good
You ran
reasons
into
to
Razor
eat
Ramon
meat.
at the Chinese
The recommended
buffet.
daily intake in the United States was just increased.
Yeah, old wrestlers like really did pave the way. You know, we have openly gay wrestlers now, and people like Chris Kanyon definitely paved the way for that. Personally, not a fan of Pat Patterson because I know the stuff he did backstage. But people like Chris Kanyon definitely made it more of a nice thing to be a gay wrestler. And now we've got Anthony Bowens in AEW. Sonya Deville was in WWE for quite a long time. So, you know, there's definitely a lot more minorities in wrestling now, and it's great.
Increased not that long ago,
Yeah, exactly,
and I've read a lot of experts saying
I'll have a look at
this
Glow.
is an incredibly
Paolo.
good thing. But are protein Doritos the answer? Is this cheese that is literally just cheese, but someone wrote protein on it?
Yeah, I don't understand protein Doritos. If you're going to eat Doritos, you want to have the Doritos taste nice, you know, not have fucking protein flavored all over it.
The answer.
This is cheese, guys.
Jeez.
Protein snack bars. Do you know what the ingredients are? Cheese. The ingredients are cheese. That's it.
Oh.
Squares of cheese, but they rebranded it as protein snack bars.
And importantly, are these protein Pop-Tarts the answer? Which, by the way, can we...
Protein Pop-Tarts, they have 10 grams of protein.
Cheese, but they rebranded it as protein
Protein
snack
cheese,
bars.
you know
and
it, Paolo.
importantly, are these protein...
Those protein Pop-Tarts have 10 grams of protein. That is fucking pointless. You're better off having eggs on toast or peanut butter on toast, and you'll get more protein out of that. And it's cheaper too.
Pop-Tarts the answer? Which, by the way, can we take a quick look? These only have 10 grams of protein for 2 Pop-Tarts. 5 grams of protein for 1 Pop-Tart. That is very bad.
Oh, wait. Oh, so a serving is 2 Pop-Tarts. Right. So you have to have 2 Pop-Tarts to get 10 grams of protein. That is absolutely stupid. And they've just slapped... I really think there needs to be some kind of law. If you want to put protein on a label, you need to make it a certain amount of protein. I think if you'd have just asked her, Dan, she would have said yeah, or she would have told you about it rather. I love Quest protein chips. I'm sure that's why the major labels are getting in on it. Yeah. I don't think I've had Quest. I've never tried a protein chip that's actually good. I just stick to normal crisps. That's my thing.
That is a very, very bad ratio of protein to everything else and protein to
Should be
sugar.
Larson.
Yet, to my dismay, look at the comments. Very delicious and healthy. Pop-Tarts Bumpin' Blueberry.
Oh. Why are you calling Pop-Tarts healthy? I mean, this is an incentivized review, so it's going to be biased. There is also a lot of blueberry in these Pop-Tarts. Okay.
Protein has been very tasty and actually is healthy for you. There's also a lot of blueberry in these Pop-Tarts. The protein Pop-Tarts are so yummy. I don't feel bad about stealing them from the kids. Definitely makes me feel better about a breakfast on the go. It shouldn't.
Oh my God. We really, I think we do need the asteroid. Come on. Come on. Bring it down. Oh, not only in America, Paolo, we've got that shit here too. Don't worry.
There's nothing better about it. It's barely any protein. Quality protein.
Regular Pop-Tarts have 4 grams of protein, so you're getting 1 extra gram of protein per Pop-Tart. Okay, that's good to know.
These Pop-Tarts are amazing. They have the same great flavor as the OGs, but the added protein makes them the perfect way to start the day, or as an afternoon fuel booster. I will definitely keep these on hand. They're not the perfect way to start the day. They're not even a high protein food. 5 grams of protein on a 180 calorie Pop-Tart is, I don't think you should be allowed to write protein.
For 180 calories, I probably want like 15, 20 grams of protein, I would say. I think at least 20 grams of protein for that amount of calories, I would say.
Protein in big letters like that on the front, if that's the actual nutrition info of the product. The only redeeming quality here is that these do all appear to be paid reviews,
yeah.
but I still feel like they're genuine. These people were sent the Pop-Tarts, that was their review. The protein snack apocalypse is here, and now it's turned its sights on women. Girls just want to have
Watch out, women. Hide under your sports bras or whatever it is you hide under.
more protein, and the snack industry is cashing in. Once tied to the gym bro stereotype of mysterious powders and potions, the category has gotten a glow up, turning niche products into breakout hits. Today's protein snacks encompass a wide range of products from meat sticks and chicken chips
I love meat sticks.
to popcorn and milk, as well as shakes and ice cream, all enriched with added protein. Yeah, it's crazy to think that just 10, 15 years ago, female-coated gym supplements and protein products were very, very rare. At that time, they were mostly aimed at pretty serious male gym goers. If you wanted a supplement or even a tub of protein powder, you would have to get in your car and go drive all the way over to a dedicated supplement.
That is so true. It was really hard to find supplements back in the day. But now, you can just walk into the supermarket and you'll find a tub of My Protein.
Store. Then when you got there, all the products would be mostly solely focused on men. Plus, if you tried to buy a protein bar back then, it tasted like chalk, it tasted like chemicals, it tasted like some part of it sat somewhere too long. But today, not only do female targeted supplements exist, Alani Nu, Bloom immediately come to mind. They've both built huge.
Oh my God, I feel so feminine just watching these. I love them.
Empires off targeting almost 100% women.
Girl
But
boss
beyond
drinks.
that, though, we are now just jamming health benefits into every and anything at the grocery
Yeah,
store.
pretty
And
much,
this means
Ray Ray.
we are about to live through a brand new, updated version of the 90s diet craze. You know, the one where every single product on the shelf promised you it was low fat, low calorie, and going to get you snatched.
And Diet Coke break. Diet Coke break. I don't want you to be no slave. Why am I seeing it like Nat King Cole's doing it? But you know what I mean.
We are about to go through something
You
similar
prefer something that
right
used to be M&M's. Well, they are high in vitamin M. So, you know, you're doing well.
Special K. Keep the muscle.
Oh my God, Special
lose the
K.
fat.
Now, I won't talk about this too much because I already did a whole video on it. I talked about it extensively in this video here. But so far, this new diet craze, if you want to call it that, it just looks like protein on the front of absolutely everything.
Yeah,
protein
pretty
in front
much.
of products it really has no business being in front of. Brands just leaving their product the same, but just writing protein on the front of it. But this is just stage one. We are very early right now. Soon, almost every product on your grocery store shelf is
This is such a low amount of protein, though. And people are like, I want protein. I love protein. And that's why people like Rosie have 25 Built bars a day, and they're built like 25 Built bars, you know? I don't even know what that means. But what I'm saying is, they're marketed to your regular humans, but the regular humans don't do nearly enough to warrant having excessive amounts of protein. And they're just going to wee them out, you know? Can you imagine if they had protein M&Ms? Oh my God. Paolo, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That's so very kind of you. Thank you so much.
going to be promising you that it's healthy and it's chock full of benefits. And this is a big problem because it's mostly just a big scam. As women increasingly embrace strength training and high protein diets, they're snapping up clean ingredient and better for you snack options in numbers brands say they've never seen before. Chomps, for example, the meat stick, the jerky. Jerky, pretty classically male product if you look at.
I've had Slim Jims before, right? They're fucking disgusting. How can you snap into a Slim Jim? Ooh, yeah. Like, I looked at the label and it said mechanically recovered meat. I did try it and I spat it out. It was that fucking disgusting. No, thank you. They have peanut butter cinnamon roll M&Ms. I only like the peanut M&Ms. No peanut butter for me. You know I have peanut butter trauma. James's list of charmers. Peanut butter.
The products on the shelves, they always kind of have a very male vibe to them, but this one has more than a 70% female customer base.
Women love meat in their mouth. What can I say?
They're especially popular on forums among women who have recently given birth, thanks to their convenient, individually wrapped packaging, which makes them easier to snack on while breastfeeding. Never would have guessed that in a million years. And I also wouldn't have guessed that women are now the main buyers of chips made out of chicken breast and bone broth. Wild protein chips, they look like normal chips, but they are made of chicken. This company also reports that 70% of their customers are women. The idea of a chicken-based chip is so insanely unappealing to me.
Not just women, Paolo, that is true. That is true. But chicken chips sounds absolutely disgusting.
I can think about is it's this iconic clip.
Could I please have 10 kilos of chicken?
Chicken breast.
Chicken breast, yes.
Yes.
You want 10 kilos?
10 kilos,
Yeah.
So in each one of these bags, I've got 130 grams of rice and 130 grams of chicken. And the cabbage will be 50 grams. Add water and blend it to a consistency that you can drink.
She's going to blend the chicken, rice, and cabbage, whatever the fuck, is she going to drink? She's going to drink it. She's going to drink it. I don't like chicken skin, Paolo. Maybe that's why. I'm not a fan of chicken skin at all. The chicken and waffle are your favourite. Different strokes for different folks.
Drink it. It tastes like
No. Oh God, I feel like I'm melting just watching that.
chicken soup gone a bit wrong.
Oh, hell nah. Yep, she just blended it up and drank chicken and rice and cabbage. But that is...
See, the thing is, chicken is very fibrous. And I just can't imagine drinking something that's like meaty and fibrous. Don't laugh. You know, it's just so very wrong. The chicken chips have clean ingredients. That's fair. But the sound of it to me just sounds disgusting, and I hate chicken skin. She does look like Posh Spice a bit, yeah. Why ruin good food? She just wants to chug it down. Welcome in, Corvid. Unfortunately, you did stumble in at the wrong time, but welcome in anyway.
Is not what wild chips are up to, apparently. I had to know, I was so curious, I had to look up a video of someone eating them. Sounds crunchy, looks normal. Continued looking though, mixed reviews. Flavor is good, texture is bad. Once you're done snacking, you have to floss chicken bits from between your teeth.
Lovely.
But yeah, women everywhere are stocking up on all different types of protein snacks. Chicken chips, puff bars, ice cream, Starbucks runs, pancakes, cereal, and everything in between. Yeah, the situation is absolutely exploding right now. And for me, one really strong signal that this is all moving in a very female direction is the fact that every single member of the Kardashian clan has launched a wellness product recently. Khloe, of course, has her Cloud protein popcorn. Kim
Okay. Hello, is that the asteroid man? Yeah, I think I've seen enough. Can you send all of the asteroids down now, please? Love you, thanks, bye. I've seen enough. I've seen enough.
Kim Kardashian has a new energy drink. Kylie Jenner is marketing something called K2O, which I think is an electrolyte powder. And Courtney is doing the absolute most. She's selling a vaginal health supplement, a sex supplement, and then also randomly creatine, which I guess she's made Kris Jenner the face of in order to target people in Kris Jenner's age bracket. Anyway, it is.
What is happening? Like 20 years ago, this would have been like a comedy skit. That would have been a comedy sketch. Now we're sticking protein powder up our gashes or something like that, and then snorting creatine. What is going on right now? I hate it.
Verifiably a wellness gold rush out there right now. On TikTok, women share high protein grocery hauls from Costco and Target, rating
Yeah, the 4 Kardashians of the apocalypse. The bringer of popcorn, the bringer of vaginal supplements, the bringer of creatine, and the bringer of chicken soup. Grifter's gone grift, I know, right?
Not just by taste, but by macros and ingredient transparency. The rise of GLP-1 medications for weight loss, which require users to prioritize protein in their diet to maintain adequate nutrition, has accelerated the trend, creating a significant market opportunity. As a result, the protein snack market is growing rapidly, with projections indicating that it will reach $32 billion this year and $46 billion by 2030. These snacks
There is some credence to this because some of you may know about the brand Greggs in the UK. It's a bakery brand, sells sausage rolls, steak bakes, chicken bakes, all that kind of stuff. They're actually losing money because of the GLP-1s and the amount of protein that people want to eat. And they're having to add more protein-based ingredients, protein-based items to their menus. So it is very, very much a thing now. There's always 4 of them, yeah. They always come in 4s, don't they? Wait for my vajayjay. You know it's easy.
are moving from macho to modern, and it's important for brands to make sure that they feel relevant to women in particular. Here's the thing, protein is genuinely so important. If you're lifting weights, it's a must.
Yeah, you'd be surprised by the amount of companies that like to advertise gay shit, and all the gays are like, oh my god, take me, I have so much of it.
If you're not lifting weights, it's still a must because it can help you prevent loss of lean muscle tissue. It also majorly helps with hunger and satiety, keeping you fuller longer and improving body composition. And of course, it's extremely important if you're trying to lose weight or you're on a GLP-1. But protein snacks are their own thing. They are not equivalent to a chicken breast.
No.
And I am concerned that enough people will start to believe that eating protein snacks is the answer. Protein is getting such a health halo right now that people think they're actually doing something good for themselves by picking up overpriced protein Doritos.
Doritos just dropped protein chips. Serving it.
It is very scary that people will look at the massive protein word on the front of a packet and they'll be like, yeah, this is healthy. And then they'll wonder why they're even fatter than they were before. It's mad.
of 10 chips clocks in at 150 calories and 10 grams of protein. Regular Doritos, a serving clocks in at 11 chips, 150 calories, and 2 grams of protein. For 10 grams of protein per serving, I don't think that's a bad trade-off. I'm super impressed. Well done, Doritos.
And I'm kind of concerned about...
No, not well done, Doritos. You can eat Doritos. You don't have to have proteinized Doritos. You can have, like, your chicken breast, the vegetables, and potatoes. And then if you want normal Doritos, have normal Doritos. Please. Please have normal Doritos.
How far this could possibly go. I think that people loading up on these snacks while believing that they're making the healthier choice is going to be, it's probably going to become the dietary issue of the decade. At the exact moment that the world has collectively decided that they need to eat better. People want to seek out whole foods, prioritize protein, eat less sugar. The food industry has popped back up to provide us with their solutions, which is the exact same trap that people fell for with diet food in the 90s. And spoiler alert, not that many people lost weight, and not that many people got healthier. The thing is, protein snacks are ultra-processed junk food, plus a little bit of added protein. Protein chips are still chips. Protein ice cream, still ice cream.
I've seen political style bumper stickers hoping for giant meteor 2026. Yeah. We definitely, we do require maybe a little one just to, take the edge off. TikTok has turned everyone into QVC presenter. I don't know what HSN is, and I hate it. Yeah, there's a lot of TikTok shop stuff going on. That processed Dorito protein is not bioavailable like protein from real sources. Yeah, it's all about hyper-processed food, or over-processed food. I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's basically stuff that you can't recreate at home. And if you can't recreate it at home, it's probably not that great to eat, to be honest with you. Yeah, that's the plan, Deb. Like, people are trying to be healthier, okay? So they'll be like, Doritos bad. Protein Doritos good because of the protein word. There's no difference. It's just extra protein, but it's pretty much the same calories, It's just people don't understand. Which is a shame. Because I think that we should be taught nutrition. We should be taught nutrition in schools, I think. I know obviously home economics can only do so much. So home shopping network, yeah, I don't think we have that here. We have QVC here. Her dog is really cute. Look at him in the background, like, yeah, I don't eat protein chips and I'm fine. There you go.
Protein bars. Most of them are just chocolate bars with added protein. Plus, an extremely important point. There is a huge range in the quality of these protein products.
True.
The gold standard is obviously whole foods.
Yes.
Chicken, eggs, beef, seafood, dairy, plus, of course, the vegetarian whole food options, your usual suspects. No protein snack is better.
Yeah, Foodie, like, the only thing I admire Foodie for is that she knows she eats fat shit. Whereas Quirky Love Rose is like, I'm so dainty. Oh. America, we need 2 24-hour channels. We did used to have the American stuff, like in the middle of the night. So like 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. would be like Amazing Discoveries or 200 hits from the 80s, that kind of thing.
Better than this. No matter how hard they try to convince you, no protein snack is going to be better than these sources. Level 2 would be a protein powder made by a reputable company with good ingredients. A company that actually is trying to provide you with a quality product. But then we really just have the whole range of protein snacks, where all of a sudden products that we would normally easily classify as junk food are being seen in this new healthified light. I hate to break it to you, but if you want to increase your protein, the best way to do it, it's still gonna be those whole foods. So many people were calling those Pop-Tarts nutritious on the Pop-Tart website. I know they were paid, but that doesn't mean that those weren't genuine opinions. How are we here again?
Any sane person, if somebody came up to me and they said Pop-Tarts are nutritious, I would laugh in their face. And then maybe spit in it as well. She does meal prep salt, yeah.
This here right now, we can't start thinking Pop-Tarts are healthy because they wrote protein in big words on the box. They are the same old Pop-Tarts as before, they just wrote protein on the box. Don't let them do you like that. Plus, you never really know what kind of quality the protein is in these snacks, right? Companies can actually play tricks to make the number that shows the grams of protein on the box look good without that number even being true. Built Puffs, for example, very popular product. I've had one before. They're tasty. I actually worked with them back in the day when they had protein bars, and I wasn't as into hating on ultra-processed foods. Well, this product uses mostly collagen protein, so I'm not really sure how they're able to claim that they have as much protein as they do.
Okay, so an interesting thing that I read recently, we have laws in the UK now. You know, when it comes to minced meat, you have to say the ratio between collagen and actual protein in minced meat. So if you want to call something lean and high protein, meat-wise, you have to have 12% or lower collagen to protein ratio in order to classify it as a lean meat product. And also it has to be like 5% fat to call it lean. So that's a very interesting thing that I learned. So you've got to make sure that you read the small print now.
Because collagen doesn't perform the same way as normal protein does. Collagen lacks essential amino acids, particularly tryptophan. It has PDCAAs of 0.0. Collagen does not support muscle building or protein synthesis in the same way complete proteins do. It's useful, but it's not the same thing, and companies aren't required to differentiate, so you could be thinking you're getting a lot more protein than you are, especially if you're filling up on these snacks. Plus, there are even more deceptive hacks that companies can do involving not even adding collagen, lower than that. Things that make the number on the box look good, but don't actually do anything to benefit your body. And it's important to say that.
Okay, so we're good. This is quite a new thing, so I think we're going to need some laws on this, aren't we? To actually specify that this is genuine protein that's being put into these products. This has to be something that has to be done further down the line, I would say.
In addition to muscle building, the reasons for eating protein are many, right? People are likely eating them for body composition, weight loss, feelings of fullness.
Easy, yeah.
Except for a lot of people, all four of these things are going to be negatively impacted by ultra-processed foods. With or without protein, these foods are loaded with sugar, no fiber, too easily digested just due to the way that they're created. But yeah, there are going to be people out.
One thing that you have to remember is that ultra-processed food is designed to trick your brain into thinking that what you've eaten has already been digested. That's why you crave more of the ultra-processed foods. Your brain is like, oh, what's going on? This has already been digested, and it will just pass it through, and the signals for fullness won't appear. So you just keep numbing it all. So you do really need to be careful of the ultra-processed foods. That's not to say that you can't have them. If you enjoy them, have them. But you really need to be aware of the consequences of eating things that your brain considers already digested. Never considered it in your protein intake. No, it's like, isn't it meant for like keratin? It's like similar to keratin in a way, right? But yeah, you do need to make sure that you check. You need to check a lot of the small print these days, honestly.
Out there eating more snacks than ever because they don't realize that this dream of healthy junk food is really a mirage. People are being sold the idea that you can eat as many healthified junk food snacks as you want, when it's just not true. Not saying that these are terrible as a treat, as long as you know they're a treat and you're not under the false impression that there's something more than they are.
If I want a treat, give me the real thing. I'm not gonna go hard on something like that.
Is a protein Pop-Tart better than a normal Pop-Tart? Yes, in that it has a tiny amount more protein. No, because some people now view it as a nutritious addition to their day and not the treat they saw it as before. Women move the market. As more women embrace lifting weights and focus on strength, energy, and long-term metabolic health, they've increasingly sought out protein-focused snacks. Google searches for terms like muscle mommy and strength training women have jumped this year, a sign that the strength.
Are you sure that's not men searching for that, though? Because muscle mummy, strength training women, I think that's for men who want to jaw kick Kiana, to be honest with you.
first mindset is no longer niche. Functionally, the products are largely the same as those marketed to men. However, by embracing a softer and brighter color palette, modern wellness-first packaging, and clean ingredient language to replace macho verbiage, these brands unlock their feminine side, and with it, female buyers. Okay, so I double-checked. Muscle Mommy is trending, which is kind of exciting to hear. I mean, in an era where every single week it seems like a new Hollywood celebrity shows up on the red carpet and sparks concern, as the tabloids say, looking how they look. Now, I know personally, seeing the celebrities showing up like this, I think
Why's she wearing a shelf?
it just kind of highlights the illness aspect of it all, of wanting to be that small.
Oh,
here we go.
Doggy.
Kind of a dark time for this, shrimps. Enough women are like, yeah, that doesn't influence me. I want to look strong. I want to be a muscle mommy. But doesn't that say something about the protein trend hitting so hard with women? Protein is a beauty product in a way, said David co-founder and CEO Peter Rahal. Fitness has always been part of a beauty routine, Rahal said, but David's new bronze bar and Instagram post showcasing David bars alongside gua shas and lipsticks are taking a more explicit aim at positioning protein as a lifestyle and beauty tool. Body composition is...
Do you know what? I've never thought of protein as being something to do with beauty. I've just seen it as like muscle repair, that's all. Kind of scary. That's where she hides her snacks.
is directly correlated to beauty.
In the shelf.
Beauty isn't just putting on makeup, it's also your figure. And so protein is a really good tool to help you achieve that. Though devoid of any mentions of weightlifting, Julia Fox's ab-bearing David campaign displays the kind of protein-fueled, toned physique that is increasingly a status symbol among women. The protein craze also runs parallel to the rise in GLP-1s, which women are using at higher rates than men. In other words, protein marketing for women is already becoming intertwined with beauty marketing. Look at this headline. Protein brands are the new celebrity beauty line. Makeup and skincare are out. Bars, shakes, and powders are in.
I don't like it. This is horrible. It's so creepy. I don't like it. There's going to be horror movies about protein in the next few years, isn't there?
What? Like, where are we headed right now? In all likelihood, before our eyes right now, we are seeing a new beauty standard take shape. And even though on the face of it, it kind of sounds like it could be healthier than ever, right? Healthy is the new look. Muscles are the new look. I mean, they literally are the one thing you can't buy. I read an Economist article not that long ago that said that now that people are buying skinny across the world, it's inevitable that the beauty standard will shift.
It does
For
make
some reason,
sense,
the thing with beauty standards has always been it must be very unattainable. In every culture across the world, beauty is always linked to the thing that's hard to get, like pale skin when most of society works outside type thing. So wouldn't that truly mean in a post-Ozempic world, the standard would shift to muscle? It would shift to looking like you hit the gym. Being that, like I said, muscle is the only thing that money can't buy. I mean, people have tried.
All right, you guys.
It's called
Oh,
synthol.
no.
And if you've never heard of it, people literally inject oil into their muscles thinking that other people can't tell, won't notice. I don't know. It could.
But that's not beauty. That's just egotistical. Like having watermelons in your bicep looks absolutely disgusting. Like the unnatural kind, like this synthol here. But like natural biceps, oh my god, give me a lick of those.
Would not be more obvious. There's no hiding. But anyway, back to the main point here. If brands are marketing protein products as beauty products, then what they're really doing is marketing quote unquote diet culture, right? And we're only at the very earliest tip of this right now, but you can already imagine where this new beauty standard could possibly go. Because it's not just going to be, ooh, muscles and like looking healthy and hydrated. It's probably going to be something like GLP-1 aided abs, but great booty too. Toned, muscular in exactly the right way, but only in exactly the right way. And of course, faces and probably other body parts touched by many, many extremely skilled scalpels. And here's the craziest part of it all. You're going to have the food industry, the drug industry, and the beauty industry all joining forces at once, all pushing their idea of beauty to us at the same time.
That is pretty scary. I think the best thing we can do as individuals is to is to make sure that we try not to take as much notice. We have to be really aware, and I think that's quite difficult with how bombarded we are by the amount of marketing for healthy bodies, well, jacked bodies, stuff like that. It's yeah, it is very scary. I've kind of grown to hate the whole weight loss community just because it's always shilling something. There are a lot of people that shill products. I get a lot of emails about companies wanting me to sell supplements. There's like an alpha something supplement I got recently, and they were like, you need to do a certain amount of videos to promote our products, and I was like, nah, you're all right. I would only sell a product if it was something that I actually used and was genuinely interested in. Like, if I had a sponsor for like Fitville shoes, I would take that sponsorship because I've had 2 pairs of Fitvilles and they've lasted me so many miles on my walks and my workouts that I would happily take a sponsorship from them. But other stuff that I've never seen before and would never want to try, I would absolutely not. I would not foist that upon my audience.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I really feel like shit is
So
going to hit the
true,
fan
Ray Ray.
for the younger generation. I don't know. At the end of the day, if your goal is to eat more protein, don't let the food companies convince you that there's anything better than your classic whole foods. Protein powder is a great tool. I've been loving unflavored protein powder lately. So easy to add into anything. And a protein snack can be a tool if, it actually has the protein that it promises you. But it's just a tool. It's a supplement. It's a side note, not the star of the show. Anyway, Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, Kiana. That was an extremely informative video. So, what do we think about that? I know some of you do have protein products, but like, I like to think my community is intelligent, and I don't think you guys would go out there and be like, protein Pop-Tarts, these are so healthy and nutritious. It is quite insane that somebody would write a review saying that chocolate bars with protein in and Pop-Tarts are like, this is the new healthy food, you know what I mean? I know, Corvid, it's terrible. Welcome in, Debbie. Good to see you. Protein washing, yeah. I've said before I'm fed up with the protein police and pushers, yeah. At the end of the day, it's all about having your regular meals and snacks being balanced with protein, carbohydrates, fats, and obviously vegetables are very important too. Fiber is very important. I understand though, if you can't afford whole foods all the time, you have to go with the ultra processed stuff. There are some good ultra processed brands out there, I would say. If you buy like frozen stuff from like the My Protein frozen foods are really good, actually. Basically, you just have to find what works for you. It always comes down to that, doesn't it? If you find what works for you, that's what works out to be the best. Hey. Yeah, I like protein shakes. I don't have them as often anymore. Like I say, after a workout, I'll tend to go for a pint of milk now. Yeah, creatine and caffeine are the best supplements that you can take. Anything else is kind of just superfluous. Yeah, you get a lot of protein chocolate now, don't you? I'm surprised you don't have like Haribo protein gummies. It's terrible. So yeah, the next video is called Protein Cigarette. Oh yes, please, darling. This next video is called What Dying from Obesity Feels Like. So we're going to check that out. Yeah, I have protein mousses too. I quite like them. Good morning, Mud. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, no worries, EC. I thought it would be interesting. Um, this is what our hangouts are for on a Sunday. Just for some good conversation, a bit of hanging out. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Vogue, I like the protein mousses too, but they're not something that I would be like, oh my God, I'm going to supplement this. I'm going to use this instead of my normal meal. You know what I mean? Okay, so what dying from obesity feels like. Let's go.
You weren't always this big. At 25, you were maybe 230. At 30, you were 280.
I'm sorry, I missed a
At
bit.
30, picture this. You're 42 years old and you weigh 480 pounds. You weren't always this big. At 25, you were maybe 230. At 30, you were 280. At 35, you crossed 350. Now you're pushing 500 and you know deep down that you're dying. You live in a one-bedroom apartment. You haven't left in 8 months because you can't fit through the door anymore. You tried once and got stuck. The fire department had...
You can move to the side though, you don't like have to, you don't go like this walking to the door like, it's like,
to remove the door frame, you decided it was easier to just stay inside. You sleep in a reinforced bed you ordered online. Regular beds collapsed under you twice. You can't sleep lying down anymore because your weight crushes your lungs, so you sleep sitting up in a chair surrounded by pillows. Your day consists of eating, watching TV, and ordering more food. DoorDash drivers
and ceiling
know your apartment number by heart. You tip well because you don't want them judging you, even though they definitely are. You can't shower standing up. You haven't seen your feet in years. You get winded walking to the bathroom, which is 15 feet away. Your knees scream every time you stand. Your back hurts constantly. Everything hurts constantly. You know you're killing yourself. You know every meal is another step closer to death, but you can't stop. Food is the only thing that makes you feel good anymore, even though it's the thing that's killing you. Then one night you're eating Chinese takeout in bed, orange chicken, fried rice, 2 egg rolls, and you feel a tightness in your chest.
Is that Anne Boleyn's menu?
Not heartburn, different, worse. You think, this is it, I'm gonna die, and you're right. Oh, hey there. Before we talk about why your heart's about to give up on you entirely, let's play a quick game.
Okay.
I'm gonna say some myths about obesity, and you tell me true or false.
Okay.
Ready? Myth 1. Being obese is just about willpower. If you wanted to lose weight, you'd just eat less.
False.
True or false?
False.
Mostly false. Yeah. Calories in versus calories out is real. But food addiction is also real, and it works on the same brain pathways as drug addiction.
Yes.
Your dopamine system is hijacked. Saying just eat less to someone 400 pounds overweight is like telling a heroin addict to just stop shooting up.
Exactly. Or like telling a depressed person, just cheer up, mate. Might never happen.
Technically correct, practically useless. Myth 2. You can be healthy at any size. True or false?
False. I think that's false.
False.
Yeah.
You can be healthy at a range of sizes, sure. But once you hit morbid obesity...
Healthy at every size is fucking bullshit. Let me just tell you that now. All those fat bastards and fat bitches on TikTok that tell you, oh my God, I weigh 812 pounds and this is what a healthy body looks like. No. Fuck off.
BMI over 40, weight over 300 pounds for most people. Your risk of heart disease, diabetes, stroke, and early death skyrockets. There's no amount of body positivity that changes your cardiovascular system struggling to pump blood through 450 pounds of tissue. Myth 3. Obese people die from heart attacks suddenly and painlessly. True?
I think that's false. People used to tell me to just eat. Yeah, like, honestly, when my depression was a lot worse, I would be told, hey, have you thought about being a bit happier and doing things that make you happy? Hey, nothing makes me happy. Absolutely great big boggle makes me happy at this point. So telling me to cheer up and do stuff that makes me happy, no. You also wear out your joints, you do.
Or false? False. Heart failure from obesity is usually slow. Your heart doesn't explode. It just gets weaker and weaker over months or years until it can't pump blood effectively anymore. You slowly suffocate as your lungs fill with fluid. It's not quick and it's not painless. All right, now let's talk about what happens when your body weighs so much that your heart physically cannot keep up anymore. And just for context, about 42% of American adults are obese. About 9% are morbidly obese. This isn't
that number slightly lower now than it was before? I'm sure like over 50% of American adults were obese. So, I mean, it's kind of a damning with fake praise kind of thing, but at least the number's smaller now. Healthy at every size was a comfort blanket that allowed me to continue in my avoidance of my situation. I knew I wasn't healthy, but I was too depressed to change. Yeah, and I think that's the same with a lot of the people that kind of promote it quite vigorously. They just don't want to change. They want the world to change around them. That's what the most important thing is. You know, like with J-Bay, when she said that corridors should be wider to accommodate fat people, she wants the world to change for her. Although she's doing quite well with her weight loss now, to be fair. Most people mean well, but they don't always think before speaking. No, they don't. No. Over 50% sounds correct. It does. That's why I think like 42 seems like it's a lower number than a while back.
Rare. This is an epidemic, and unlike cancer, this one's mostly preventable. So what does obesity actually do to your body? And why does being 480 pounds eventually kill you? Let's start with the obvious. Your heart is a pump. It's designed to push blood through your entire body, your organs, your muscles, your brain, everything. The average adult has about 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Your heart pumps blood through all of them 24/7 for your entire life. Now imagine you're 480 pounds. You've got way more tissue than a normal-sized person, more fat, more stretched skin, more volume that needs blood flow. But your heart, it's the same size as everyone else's. It's a regular human heart trying to do twice the work. It's like asking a Honda Civic engine to pull a semi-truck. Technically possible for a little while, but it's gonna burn out eventually. Here's what happens to your cardiovascular system when you're morbidly obese. First, your heart has to pump harder to push blood through all that extra tissue. This causes your blood pressure to go.
One of the things I'm thankful for losing 200 pounds is that my heart rate has gone down from over 90 at rest to under 70 at rest. So when I was sitting down or laying down, I would be at like 93, 95 beats per minute, something like that. But now, just sat here, I'm around like 67, 68 beats per minute. So yeah, it's definitely a lot easier on my body now to actually, have a slower heart rate.
Up. Chronic high blood pressure
can't
makes your heart
bear to
muscle
imagine
thicken
how.
and stiffen because it's working overtime. Second, the extra weight around your chest and abdomen physically compresses your lungs and heart. You can't take deep breaths. Your heart can't expand fully. Everything's cramped. Third, obesity causes chronic inflammation throughout your body.
It does.
Your fat cells aren't just storage. They're hormonally active. They pump out inflammatory chemicals that damage your blood vessels, promote plaque buildup, and make your heart work even harder. Add in the fact that most morbidly obese people also have type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, and sleep apnea, and you've got a perfect storm of cardiovascular destruction. Sleep apnea is particularly nasty. When you're 480 pounds, the fat around your neck literally crushes your airway when you lie down. You stop breathing.
At my heaviest and at my worst, I believe the sleep clinic said I stopped breathing over 40 times in an hour without my CPAP machine. And when I started to use my CPAP machine, it became less than 10 incidents of that happening. So it really is a scary thing. If you're super morbidly obese and you don't use a CPAP machine, you're kind of dicing with death every night.
Multiple times per hour while you sleep. Your oxygen levels drop, your heart rate spikes, and your heart has to work even harder during the one time it's supposed to rest. Over years of
I think people of all sizes deserve respect and compassion. Oh yes, true. People at weight extremes don't receive this. Shaming people doesn't work, but stating obesity is healthy doesn't solve the problems. Yeah, I think like you can't shame people into losing weight. You can't shame people into putting on weight either. Um, it has to be it's a very nuanced thing because a lot of it is the person's mentality. And they also have to want to change. That's always something that I say. It's if you don't want to change, then you won't. You can't really force it, and it comes with any addiction, any kind of mental illness. The people themselves have to want to change. You can't like force, even if you put an intervention into place, if you put them in rehab, if they really don't want to be in rehab, they won't be there. They'll just lash out. At my heaviest, I started feeling like I was being choked out of my body. Yeah, yeah, that makes complete sense. Yeah.
This.
Oh,
Your heart
sorry. If someone is extremely overweight or extremely underweight, you do have to be honest with them. You can't just, pretend that everything's all right because that just enables their illnesses and their addictions further.
heart muscle starts to fail. It gets enlarged, weak, and inefficient.
Yes,
Instead
Dave,
of pumping
that's right.
60 to 70% of the blood out with each beat, it's pumping maybe 30 to 40%. Blood starts backing up in your lungs and legs because your heart can't move it effectively. This is called congestive heart failure, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Your heart is failing to do its job, and fluid is congesting in places it shouldn't be. And here's the dark irony. Food is what got you here. Every burger, every pizza, every late night binge added a little more weight.
Burgers, pizza.
Put a little more strain on your heart, brought you one step closer to the moment when your heart just says, I'm done. Let's walk through the last 6 months of your life as your heart slowly gives up on keeping you alive. Month 1 to 2, you're 480 pounds and you've been feeling worse than usual. You're tired all the time, not just lazy tired, but exhausted, like you've run a marathon even though you've barely moved. You're getting winded doing absolutely nothing. Walking to the bathroom leaves you gasping. You have to pause halfway through a sentence to catch your breath. Your feet and ankles are swollen like balloons by the end of the day. You're also waking up at night feeling like you're drowning. You're gasping for air, heart pounding, sweating. This is because fluid is building up in your lungs. Your heart...
The only reason I wake up in the middle of the night now is because I have to go wee-wees. I hate that. That's getting older right there.
Can't pump it through your body effectively, so it's backing up into your respiratory system. You know you should see a doctor, but you can't leave your apartment. And honestly, you know what they're going to say. Lose weight. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Hadn't thought of that.
Anybody going to email this video to Foodie Beauty?
So you ignore it. Order more food. Keep watching TV. Tell yourself maybe it'll get better. Month 3 to 4. The swelling in your legs is constant now. Your skin is stretched so tight it's shiny. Sometimes it weeps clear fluid because there's so much pressure under your skin that it's literally leaking out. You can't lie down at all anymore. When you try...
Kind of adjacent to that, one thing I noticed that I don't get anymore are skin tags. When I was at my biggest, I would get skin tags all the time, like around my neck, around my stomach, stuff like that. And now that I've lost a lot of weight, I don't get anything like that anymore. So I guess that kind of thing's related to obesity too. Like the skin just wants to it has to grow because you're getting fatter, but it just turns into like tags of skin everywhere. It's just horrible.
You feel like you're suffocating
Fresh,
within
good to
minutes.
see you. Hope you're well.
Sleep, sitting up in your chair, head tilted back, mouth open, gasping. Your appetite's gone, which is ironic because food has been your whole life for years. But when your heart's failing, your digestive system gets less blood flow, so eating makes you nauseous. You've lost maybe 20 pounds, but it's not healthy weight loss. It's muscle wasting and fluid shifts. Your body's cannibalizing itself because your heart can't deliver nutrients effectively.
I did actually do a video on this a while back with regards to Foodie Beauty. I think she was in Kuwait at the time and she was losing weight, but her diabetes was still sky high. So yeah, it was like I was talking about her body eating itself, because basically that's the way that uncontrolled diabetes works. It just eats everything, Skin tags come also when your insulin resistances. Yeah, I was like really struggling with my diabetes at the time as well. Yeah, Foodie uses the CPAP to actually keep her breathing, which is very scary.
You're confused sometimes, forgetful. Your brain's not getting enough oxygen because your heart can't pump blood efficiently. You'll be watching TV and forget what you're watching. You'll order food and forget you already ordered. Month 5. Your lips are turning blue. Your fingernails are purple. This is called cyanosis, and it means your blood doesn't have enough oxygen in it. You're coughing constantly, bringing up pink, frothy sputum. That's fluid and blood from your lungs. Your lungs are so full of backed up fluid that they're basically drowning from the inside. Your heart rate is all over the place.
So I guess Foodie's on month 4.
Sometimes it's racing at 140 beats per minute even though you're sitting still. Sometimes it skips beats or flutters irregularly. Your heart's electrical system is failing along with the muscle. You finally call 911 because you genuinely think you're about to die. The paramedics show up. They can't get you out of the apartment. You're too big for the gurney. They call for backup and a specialized bariatric ambulance. It takes 6 people to move you. They have to use a reinforced stretcher. They almost don't fit you through the doorway even after removing it. The neighbors watch. You're humiliated, but also struggling to breathe so much.
I remember back in the day, like the old Jerry Springer stuff, they'd actually have to take the walls out for these super morbidly obese people so they could actually get them to the hospital. Mad, isn't it? I guess they still do that for some people. I believe there was a story a while back. There was a guy who lived like in a block of flats, and they had to take the wall out from the flat that he was in so that they could actually get him to the hospital.
So much that you don't really care. At the hospital, they confirm what you already knew. Congestive heart failure. Your heart's working at maybe 25% efficiency. Your ejection fraction, the measure of how much blood your heart pumps out with each beat, is critically low. They give you...
The problem is, Corvid, Foodie does not want to help herself. One thing that I've realised is that Foodie will talk a big game, but when it actually comes to the nitty-gritty, then, yeah, she's not going to do anything. What, £600 life, yeah. Wasn't that in Gilbert Grape? So Mama, she used to shake the floorboards. She couldn't go upstairs. I think she had to sleep downstairs because she was that big.
Diuretics to pull fluid out of your lungs and body. You pee out maybe 15 pounds of fluid in 48 hours. You can breathe slightly better, but you're still dying. The cardiologist is honest. At your weight, you're not a candidate for a heart transplant. You're too high risk for surgery. The only thing that might help is aggressive weight loss, but you'd need to lose 200 plus pounds. And realistically, that's not going to happen. Month 6. You're back home with hospice care. They've set you up with oxygen, medications, a hospital bed. A nurse visits 3 times a week. You're on maximum doses of diuretics, but the fluid keeps coming back. Your body's producing it faster than the drugs can remove it. You're not eating. Can't. Everything makes you nauseous. You're down to maybe 430 pounds. You've lost 50 pounds of muscle and fluid, but you're sicker than you've ever been. One evening, you're sitting in your chair, oxygen mask on, watching TV. You feel a strange sensation in your chest. Not pain exactly, just pressure. Your heart's beating irregularly, fast.
I can't remember much.
Then slow.
Because she died in the house at the end of the film, didn't she? I can't remember what they did after that.
Then
yeah, it's
fast
terrible.
again.
Fresh
You can't catch your breath even with the oxygen on full blast. Your vision is tunneling. You feel cold even though you're sweating. Your heart goes into an arrhythmia, ventricular fibrillation. It's not beating anymore, just quivering uselessly. No blood is moving. Your brain shuts down in seconds. You slump forward in your chair. The oxygen mask falls off. The TV keeps playing. Your heart stops completely about 2 minutes later. Time from realizing you were dying to death. 6 months.
That is a very quick amount of time. But I understand why people in that situation would still want to eat. Because they're addicted to food, and food is the only thing that brings them happiness. I can completely understand that. And again, it's all about wanting to change. Some people, they don't want to change. When my nan got diagnosed with cancer in 2021, she just decided that it was her time. and she didn't want to fight against it. And, you know, she'd already lived for 84 years, so she decided that this was the end for her, and she wanted to just see things through without getting treatment. And sometimes it's just people just accept their fate when it comes to that. And you know, thankfully we got another 18 months with her. But sometimes people don't last that long. And again, it's about having the will to carry on and having the wherewithal to realize that you need to change. And some people just don't want that.
So what does dying from obesity actually feel like? For years, it doesn't feel like dying. It feels like gradually getting more uncomfortable. Clothes don't fit, chairs break, stairs are harder, but you adapt. You buy bigger clothes, reinforced furniture, avoid stairs. You tell yourself you're fine. Then the health problems start and they feel annoying more than scary.
Oh yeah, Dan. When I was at my biggest, I just gave up for quite a while. Um, you know, I was not in the least bit concerned to be found not breathing, I would say. I'm sorry if this is getting too heavy for everyone. But this is, you know, this is the realism of living life, I suppose. So I do apologize. Um, yeah, I felt like I didn't want to carry on. I felt like I was at the deepest pit I could be in. So for me, not getting up the next day would have been the ultimate kind of stress reliever, you know? Yeah, you'll die if you don't change isn't a motivator. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Uh, and there was just something in me that realized that I could do a lot better. I could actually give myself a good life, and that's just, you know, things just work out. Sometimes they don't work out for people, and some people don't want to change, you know. It is the reality. It is the reality. And this is something that we all need to understand, that um, things get extremely difficult, and some people can't cope with that difficulty. And that doesn't mean that you're a weak person if you can't cope with the difficulty. It just means that you need to reassess how you go about things. You need to change into something that makes you stronger. Um, and I've always been an advocate for people losing weight and people getting fitter. Um, but if you don't want to be alive, there's nothing you can do to help people. If they don't want to live, then you can't help them. You have to kind of give them something to, or make them think in a different way, you know. Um, and from a personal point of view, I I have I have there have been times when I've not wanted to be here, but there are just things that I see and things that I've done that make me realize that, yeah, I actually want to be here and I actually want to do stuff. And for some people, that doesn't work out. Just let me know when it's time for the group hug. Oh, group hug now. Come on, everyone. There you go. There you go. Group hug time.
Swollen feet, shortness of breath, back pain. You attribute it to getting older, not to the fact that you're carrying 300 extra pounds. When heart failure starts, it feels like drowning on dry land. You're gasping for air constantly. Every breath feels insufficient. You can
I think ultimately, I think if it was like, if Foodie was faced with something that was like literal death's door, I think she would change. But she seems to have this kind of devil may care attitude where she kind of thinks she's invincible, you know? Baby geese in the park, yeah. That is definitely something that makes me feel very happy inside, you know? Yeah, I completely get you, Corbett, because you know what? We're all still here. We're all thriving. We're all doing well. I'm glad to have everybody here. Absolutely wonderful life we can have. So don't worry. We're all here and we're all strong.
never get enough oxygen. It's exhausting and terrifying. The fatigue is overwhelming. Every movement takes monumental effort. Getting up to use the bathroom feels like climbing a mountain. There's also this mental fog that comes with heart failure. Your brain's not getting enough oxygen, so you're confused, forgetful, slow. You'll be mid-thought and lose track of what you were thinking about. And there's a bizarre irony to the whole thing. You're dying because you ate too much, but at the end you can't.
Do you want to see baby geese? Give me a sec. Hold on. Baby geese, do 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 do. Baby geese, do 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 do. Baby geese. Did you see that? Did you see them? No, you can't really see that. Hold on. Little geesums. Do you see the little babies there? A little cluster of fluff. We love those.
Can't eat it all. Food, which was your comfort and addiction, becomes repulsive. The final
Yeah, the amount of health scares that Foodie's had, you would be surprised that she's not like on the Ozempic by now. Baby cobra chickens. Yeah, exactly, Spacey. Welcome in, by the way.
moments when your heart gives out don't hurt exactly. It's more like everything's shutting down at once. You can't breathe, your vision goes dark, you feel cold, and then nothing. No pain, no panic, just your body finally giving up after years of being asked to do the impossible. Reality check. Obesity is linked to over 200,000 deaths per year in the United States. It's the second leading cause of preventable death after smoking. Morbid obesity, BMI over 40, reduces your life expectancy by 8 to 10 years on average. At 480 pounds, you're looking at dying in your 50s or 60s instead of your 70s or 80s. And here's the thing, unlike cancer or most of the other deaths we've covered, this one is almost entirely preventable. You can't choose not to get cancer. You can't choose not to get hit by a car, but you can choose not to eat 5,000 calories.
I mean, I guess you can choose to not get hit by a car if you'd never cross a road ever. Oh, did she eat through the Ozempic again? She's so clever. I bet she was shitting through the eye of a needle.
A day for 20 years. Now, before anyone in the comments yells at me, yes, food addiction is real. Yes, there are genetic factors and metabolic issues and psychological components. Yes, some people have a much harder time losing weight than others. But also, nobody gets to 480 pounds by accident. That takes years of consistent overeating. At some point, choices were made. A lot of choices. The good news, and yes, there's actually good news here, is that this death is reversible up until a
Corvid, thank you for the $3 super sticker. I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
certain point. If you're morbidly obese, but your heart's still functioning, you can lose weight and dramatically reduce your risk. Let's talk about fasting, since it's relevant here too. Extended fasting, 24 to 72 hours without food, is one of the most effective tools for reversing metabolic damage and losing weight quickly. It resets your insulin sensitivity, promotes autophagy, where your body cleans up damaged cells, and forces your body to burn fat for
You've kind of lost me here.
fuel. It's not easy, it's not comfortable, but it works. And unlike bariatric surgery, which is expensive and risky, fasting is free. Intermittent fasting, eating in a compressed
Oh yeah, if you're eating like QLR, right, you're probably going for like 7,000 to 8,000 calories a day, at least. At the very least. And she's like, I'm so dainty, I only had a slice of bread and a carrot for breakfast. And then proceeds to fucking have 20 chicken nuggets and 6 bowls of ketchup in one sitting. Vogue, thank you so much for the membership. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Bright Bulbs. Lovely to have you.
window like 16 to 8 or OMAD is also effective for
You're
sustained
fasting
weight
today.
loss. The research is solid. It's just
If you have a food addiction, then fasting is not the way to go, I would say. If you can handle fasting, by all means, do it. But if you have a food addiction, fasting is one of the worst things you can do.
just not sexy to tell people stop eating so much, so you don't see it marketed like you see diet pills or surgery. Point is, if you're 250 pounds and trending up, you can change course. If you're 350 pounds and your knees hurt, you can still turn it around. If you're 480 pounds and struggling to breathe, it's harder but not impossible. The alternative is dying in a chair in your apartment, suffocating on fluid in your own lungs because your heart couldn't keep up with the body you
Yeah, some people could do well on fasting. I personally am not an advocate for it, mainly because I have, I have BED, so fasting for me is like a trigger into eating too much. You do 48-hour fast once in a while. Yeah, fasting is not for everyone, but I can understand why it works for people. Yeah, but if you have BED, don't fast, please.
You built. So there you have it. Dying from obesity. Slow, preventable, and depressingly common. The good news is you don't have to die this way. Eat less, move more, try fasting, get bariatric surgery if needed. Literally anything is better than eating yourself to death over 2 decades. The bad news is that food addiction is real, and breaking it is hard.
Yep.
And modern society is designed to make you fat. Processed food is cheap and addictive. Healthy food is expensive and boring. You're surrounded by drive-thrus and delivery.
Healthy food can be expensive, but you have to put the effort in to make it less boring. That's for sure. Like the ghost has fingers but no toes. Maybe that's just one big toe. You know, like a horse has like one. Apparently, horses they actually stand on their toes, tippy toes. Maybe it's like that. Fasting doesn't work for you either, on yeah. It doesn't work for everyone. You have to find what's right for you, definitely. But yeah, healthy food doesn't have to be boring. You've got all sorts of herbs and spices, all that kind of stuff, and you can make a chicken breast one of the best tasting things on earth. Eat less, move more. Yeah, Ethan Bernard.
Delivery apps. But also, people have escaped heroin addiction. People have quit cigarettes. You can stop eating 5,000 calories a day. It sucks, but it's possible. Stay safe. Take care of your body. And if you find yourself gaining weight every year and ignoring it, maybe don't. Because the alternative is your heart giving up on you in your 30s while you're sitting in a reinforced chair watching TV.
Thank you so much, Mr. Death, for that. So that was that one. What did we think of that? Fucking depressing, that's for sure. But it's definitely had a lot of worthwhile information, and it definitely makes things very preventable, you know. I'm on a mostly liquid diet due to Crohn's, and I'm working hard not to let it trigger my ED. So yeah. Like, if you're all in the chat and you have an ED, please know that you are not alone. We're all doing our best to live the day to day. So thank you for being here, honestly. And also, please like the stream. It'd be wonderful to have as many likes as possible and to get more people in to listen to me ramble on for a few hours a day. That was a good video. Yes, I'm glad I chose it, Easy. I'm glad everybody's here to watch it. So this next video is our friend of the show, Journey with Sal. And the title of this video is, I tried every protein milk. Now, what I'm hoping to see, cow's milk, goat's milk, sheep's milk, and maybe a few lesser known milks, like, I don't know, dog milk, rat milk, titty milk, you know, that kind of stuff. I appreciate you, Corbett. I'm glad you're here. You love a good ramble from me. Oh, you silly asses. Ethan eats for the bros. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he eats like a fucking idiot. So yeah, we're gonna watch Sal just drink a lot of milk. Man milk, maybe man milk too. Who knows? It was very interesting. It's a depressing video, but sometimes the depressing things are what we need to look at. So anyway, here's Sal. He's in an airport and he's like, do you know what? I want some titty milk.
Let's fly. We're going Southwest. Check
Sal
bag.
is adorable, yeah.
Going through TSA. Hopefully it only takes 10 minutes. Line looks long though. We'll see. So here's the plan. I'm currently in the airport and we're gonna go to Phoenix. Yeah. We're gonna try basically test this theory of what's the best milk for oats overnight. I think it's gonna be Fairlife, but I'm not 100% convinced, so we're gonna find out and see. The flight is 4 hours. Going at 6 a.m. I get in at 7:30. When I get there, I have to pick up a car. I'm gonna go buy some different types of milk.
It's man time, Dan. I've got girl world, I've got boy world, but it's time for the men now.
milks to try, and then head over to headquarters. That is the current plan. Let's see what happens from now until then if we deviate from that plan. So I'm in Phoenix. We're going to Fry's grocery store. I have no idea what it is, but I looked up on Instacart which had Fairlife. So I'm gonna grab a bunch of different milks, 2% whole milk, all the things. And then I'm gonna head over to Oats overnight to try
all them
out.
milks.
This is a fun little project. Hey, look at this view. Like, driving in this situation is a sick view.
That does look lovely, I've got to say.
Things. And then I head over to Oats overnight to try them out. This is a fun little project. Hey, look at this view. Like,
Sal is the man, dude. He is the dude, man. Yeah, I love this view. It just looks. It looks like. Yeah, Sal, please watch the road. We know he's not exactly hell bent on health and safety. We've seen him on his hikes. But yeah, this looks like what I imagine America to look like. That's like what I get as a Brit, you know?
driving in this situation is a sick
Go on
view.
then, Corvid, let's go.
Alright, but let's seriously.
There he is.
I have like 10 minutes to shop and still get there on time. I'm supposed to be there at 9 a.m. We're cutting close. Never been here before.
Hey, Sal, how about you watch the road and drive with both hands? Like, you're scaring me.
We don't have these in Ohio, so we'll see what I can
Sal,
find.
I want
This gives very
potato
much Kroger
chips.
vibes. We're back
No,
home.
Sal, you're going too fast. I want potato chips. I want chocky biscuits. I feel like I'm a kid in this trolley.
4%, 2%. Skim. This looks like some soy milk, oat milk, pea milk. Interesting, okay. Oh, it's a
Pea milk? What? Pea? Or pea? I don't know if I want to drink pea milk.
it has almond milk already there, so I'm not gonna buy almond milk. Banana milk, I mean, I'm curious, maybe some coconut milk. This is, I think, all the milks they have.
See, banana milk, is that milk from banana? Or is that milk with banana flavoring, you know? Yeah, I mean, he's lost over 220 pounds. Like, he used to weigh 725, and now he's in the 500s, going into the 490s. So he's doing really well. He is walking a lot better. He's walking faster. He's fucking zooming. Pea milk, yeah. I don't know what he's looking for here.
Need Fairlife protein.
My pedestrian self-rages and distracted drivers.
2642, these are...
Do you know what? There's a zebra crossing I have to cross to get to the gym. And invariably, there's always somebody that just scoots straight past. I had to burp there. Somebody that scoots straight past at the same time. And I'm like, do you know what? That's what I do. You fucker. Chocky milk. Oh, we love a chocky milk.
Important. Strawberry, this is important. Premier protein, we'll start by this one. Quest protein, and then Oikos. I'm buying stuff, might as well buy it all. Lactate. These are all lactose-free milks, they should be.
No choco milk. No milk. Just milk.
But, just in case, for old Sally. You're cutting it close to get to our next destination.
Milk.
If I'm walking past it, you know.
Oh,
I
of
just grab
course.
a Diet Coke line, sit on the shelf, untouched, unloved.
Now, as you all know, I'm a big fan of Coke. And I find that the lime flavour isn't that nice. I like the lemon Coke, but the lime's not for me. Although, tropical Pepsi Max. What the fuck is this guy? This is Journey with Sal. He's lost 220 pounds, or 225. And he's trying to find all the best milks.
Thank you too. So we're at Oats overnight. Walked in, got all the milks. You
That's
also
a lot of
buy all
milk.
these. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna taste different milks, but then also we're gonna taste test like times. So was it 30 minutes, 8 hours, 12 hours?
24 hours, 12 hours.
He's a
8
handsome
hours,
fella,
1 hour,
Dan.
30
That's for
minutes.
sure.
Cool. So strawberries and cream. This is my favorite flavor. Also, all this milk is being kept here.
Can't imagine carrying all those heavy bottles into the house. Sal is a unit. He is very strong, so he's all right. Did you know there's a ghost pepper Coke? Really? That sounds interesting. Do you know what? I would actually try that if there was a no sugar version. I would actually do a video if there was a no sugar version. I would try it.
We'll keep it all.
Wait, do we go to the line?
Yeah, go to the line on the side there.
Okay, okay. 2%. This is real scientific. Fairlife skim.
I just shook
He looks like he does that a lot.
that one. As a
Oh, skim milk is always so watery.
Ah, but Sal has buried penis, so he doesn't go. He goes, you know. It's a restricted video. Don't worry.
Okay, we're a little above one. Now, people at the gym said oat milk
Have a look.
with oats would go well.
Yeah, I mean, oat milk is like one of those that, like, I mean, if you really like the oat flavor,
It's gonna really enhance
it's
it.
gonna like
5'1".
Yeah.
That's all right.
Just get onto the classic water.
We love short kings. We love short queens, unless they're Taylor Sowers or Foodie Beauty. You know, Ethan is such a ninny compared to Sal. I love that word, ninny. Nincompoop. Yeah, Sal obviously clearly has an eating addiction. I don't think it's fully been addressed because he works out a lot, and when you work out a lot, I know from personal experience, your appetite gets voracious. So you have to kind of you have to do your best to try and make things as even as possible.
The water.
Well, that is what's like nice about these is that you can mix these with water.
Sometimes, especially in a pinch.
Yeah, if you're in a pinch and you just like need something to go.
And I think the flavor matters too, though.
Yeah.
Because like strawberries and cream with water.
Do I want to know where the references to buried penis come from? Oh, you weren't here, Vogue. Okay. Last week we watched Larry Wheels and Sal. And Sal inexplicably started talking about hitting it from the back. And he was talking about buried penis and how it's hard for when, you know, you hit it from the back or something like that. So, yeah. You're married to a short king. Big up the short kings. Yeah, plateaus do happen very often.
50-50. But I mixed that blueberry cobbler with water this morning.
Yeah.
Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad.
There you go.
No. He does drink like normal. He drinks normal food. He does eat like normal food. This is just like this is probably a prolonged ad, really, isn't it?
Now this is what I grew up on: soy milk.
This is OG
soy milk.
I haven't had this since I was probably 10. Once I learned what almond milk was.
Oh, coconut.
Yeah.
It's gonna be another watery one.
I can't open it. I opened it.
His back shots sound like.
I have from back in the day. How's that?
I like this one. Coconut's good.
Maybe Paolo.
Soy. That was dangerous. What if that was not sealed?
That wouldn't be the first time.
It's like a
This
timpani.
is the one that I was most intrigued about.
Which one is this?
Ever seen banana milk?
Banana milk.
I've never seen banana
Oh, I've had banana milk a couple times. Let me tell you. Actually, just grab you a little cup right there. Just give you a little taste that.
Blowing my mind right now.
Bro, it's absolutely insane.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's gonna go great with strawberries and cream too.
Like, this is a cheat code.
I'm pumped up for that one.
Early front runners banana milk. Oh, that's
Oh,
the
it's from the
pea
Megan
protein
Thee
one. I'm
Stallion song.
interested in how it's
Oh,
gonna
right.
taste.
I haven't
tried
listened to that.
Ripple, and I've tried a lot of different.
Yeah, we were
ones,
watching
too.
Sal last week.
I've had Ripple once. Remember being okay.
Wow, okay.
Remember? Oh, hold on. I don't know what that was. Can you still hear me? Yes. Okay. Yeah, basically Sundays for us are just hanging out, and we just watch any old shit. And last week we watched Journey with Sal working out, and he's like, "Do you know what? It's quite difficult to hit it from the back." And we were all like, "Ah!" And now we've got a GoFundMe set up for my buried penis. So if you could donate very generously, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is a lot of milk we've got here.
Dude, is it Oatly that has the baseball team? Did you know that?
Huh?
Oatly sponsors a baseball team, like a minor league baseball team.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the Oat Milkers.
We've moved
The what
on
milkers?
from milks to milk, kind of. Protein
So
milk.
like protein shakes.
Yeah, these are protein shakes.
I love this one.
That's
Core Power.
the core power is fantastic. So this is Oikos. This one just came out
Oikos.
recently. Oikos just released their protein. I haven't even had this.
Oikos is a sponsor of Peach Fit. And what I'm wondering is if Peach Fit will make Ethan drink an Oikos on camera, and then Jocko Mulk is like, "What the fuck are you doing? You were supposed to be a light to me." And then he's like, "I just wanted to drink an Oikos drink. I want another aubergine. Yes, please."
This one yet.
Okay.
Not
I have
enough
no idea how
milk.
it tastes, if it's good or
This
whatever.
is a
but
milkless video.
We'll find out today.
We're about to find out.
It's just extra protein on top of protein.
Yeah, increase the protein count
Aubergines
of
in the chat.
So like, One morning I'll do this plus a Fairlife.
Yeah.
The 42 grams. So it makes it 35 grams of protein.
Yeah,
if you do half and half. Quakos. What is that one?
This is core power.
Oh, we need one more. We forgot the water. Premier Protein. This was the OG protein
Yeah, the operation to unbury everything. That's right. Thank you.
shake back in the day. Like when people first started doing like weight loss stuff.
In all seriousness, you don't have to give me anything. I'm not doing anything like that. It's a joke. I just want to clarify because some people might be like, "Oh my god, he's wanting to get a new penis."
This was one that was like first on the market. Everyone was using it.
It's classic.
It's classic.
Vintage at this point.
It is vintage. Does it have the vintage appeal?
Yeah.
Oh, it has the protein smell too.
I'll tell you right now, I've eaten.
I hate the
Quest
protein
chips,
smell.
Like those, like the potato chips.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have. I don't think I've ever had the Quest.
You know when you have a protein shake and you forget to clean out your flask, the smell. Hate it.
Protein though.
This is also a new product for them.
This is sick.
We're really cutting edge over here. This is called vintage protein right here.
Yeah, exactly. Called it.
Fairlife Core Power Vanilla, and then Core Power 42 grams.
I like this one a lot.
Okay, so let's see. These are all of our milks mixed.
That's
What
true,
do you think is gonna win?
Banana milk for sure. I'm excited about. And then I'll tell you.
Yeah, Ray, there's a 14-day money-back guarantee, so if I don't like the penis, I can always send it back. And they give you like a lovely little slot to put it in. To put it in, post it back.
The Quest one I'm interested in, and then I know that this one is gonna be good.
So we already have an almond milk mix up, and we'll use that one later. While these sit, we have milks already ready to go. All right, let's put these away, then we'll come back and taste.
ZZ,
Okay.
thank you for the $5. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Like I say, you don't have to give me anything, please. Just you being here is enough. But thank you so much if you want to go the extra mile to help me out.
So we've been soaking these. Actually, I didn't. Alex did. This
So
is 24 hours. This is
I believe these are for overnight oats mud. So what they're doing is they're shaking the bottles to get all the oaty goodness mixed in with the milks. And then they're seeing which milk goes best with the overnight oats. So it's taste testing, yeah.
strawberries and cream.
Yep.
Consistency across the board. Strawberries and cream pack. Basically, the gist of this is like 24, 12, 8, 1, 30 minutes. Because my question was like, if I'm making the oats, like how do I optimize for the best flavor?
And also, like, I don't know, there's been times where, like, I'll forget the oats.
Yeah.
Like, let them sit for 24 hours.
Are they still good? Like, are they still...
If I forget in the morning, I can just make it real quick.
Cups abound. Let's do 24 hours first. I will say that, like, the longer it soaks, the thicker it
Yeah.
For sure.
It picks up some...
That's true. That's true for me, actually. The longer I soak, the thicker I get. This is not... It doesn't look like it's an ad. I can't see anything about it being an ad. But it might be one of those things that's like an insidious ad. So it does seem like an ad to me.
some volume.
Sounds like soft strawberry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost tastes like porridge.
Yeah, much more of like a cream of wheat texture.
No worries.
Like at this point.
I actually do kind of like that it's a little bit softer than I'm like used to having.
This is 12. No, I never bartended it before, so you know my shot pouring skills. 12 hours.
12 hours. A bit more texture.
Is there like more flavor in it?
I'm noticing more strawberry flavor for
Yeah.
sure. To me, the 24 was more oaty. This one, I get a little bit more strawberry.
The other one was very much like oats.
Yeah.
And like
almost like an oat protein shake.
Yeah, oaty starchy.
How many of you guys have overnight oats? Yeah, this does seem like an ad, doesn't it? Do you know what? I'm going to speed it up. Less addy that way.
Versus like a brighter strawberry.
Yeah,
Kinda
this
what
is
I'm
bright.
thinking, yeah.
Anyone do 12 for the normal day? Like, are you a 12 person?
I would say 12 is what we usually do here
It's like a pretty
with our
standard-
tests. Yeah. Between 12 and 24, because if you think about like we leave in the day.
Right. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. Like I say, you don't need to do that, but thank you. I really do. I really do appreciate it, and it's trying to make me click things. So yeah, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. You eat eggs. Product placement front and center, yeah. I don't think we have this in the UK though. I love overnight oats, I eat eggs. Yeah, I don't really like oats particularly. I prefer like a savory breakfast. So eggs on toast, eggs and bacon, that kind of stuff. I will occasionally have cereal, but not very often.
we taste first thing in the morning,
Right.
but I would say it's similar to, like, this is what I would be used to.
This is 8. No, this is like, I wake up, I get a
Yeah,
bed,
that's fair,
in the
though.
fridge.
Yeah,
wake
make
up.
it right, right before you go to bed.
Yeah.
Yes, Paolo.
That's oats overnight.
Paolo, I know you love a good sausage. Aurora, that sounds lovely too.
That's overnight.
Yeah.
8 hours.
As I'm pouring it, I can already tell it's like much more texture. That 4-hour difference between 8 to 12, it just looks and feels the oats really kind of congeal a little bit.
Thicker, yeah.
Whereas like in this 8-hour test, it's a little bit more bite to it. Not even tasting it yet.
Like runny here.
Perfect.
What do the comments say?
There's something about the sweetness for me. I think this one feels a little bit more strawberry, kind of juicy, maybe a little bit sweeter it tastes like, and less oaty, I would agree.
So that true factor, like I want the true factor of the oats. I want to be like, I don't want to just like be able to drink it. Where I feel like the 12 and the 24, I was able just to.
I just do eggs or Fage, plain Greek yogurt with berry. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I want a protein shake, I'll have a protein shake. This is
Right.
like I'm looking to have like oats, oatmeal, and so like
Eggman, Paolo.
More of a chew to it.
More of a meal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. This is more my speed, honestly.
Shorter?
Always, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I want to go to the gym. Let me mix my oats, and then I'll have them after the gym. So it's usually like an hour.
You love a girthy sausage. I bet you do.
So this is an
Oh,
hour?
you
This is
dirty
1 hour.
cat.
1 hour. Okay.
I call this ADHD Central.
Yeah.
This is where I live.
A little smell, that's okay.
Like in this little cup, you can
a
visually
little
tell
bit
how
too
like, the oats
fast
are kind of
for me,
stuck to the
not gonna
bottom,
lie.
and you can see a little bit of liquid and like foamy at the top.
It hasn't come together. But I will say the strawberry flavor is probably the most intense. And the 30
Who you calling a
I think this is a
Fage?
good
You.
like representation of strawberries and cream because I
That does
taste
sound good,
the strawberry
Poppy
part
Sweet.
very
Welcome in,
fresh,
by
and
the
then
way.
also like the milk, so it's like kind of milky. And I agree with the chewy. I mean,
Welcome in, Venus. Good to see you. Also, hello, Catherine. I hope you're having a good day with Venus.
the seeds haven't had as much time as the other ones to hydrate and
Yeah, it's a
soften,
40-minute
they
video,
come
Dan.
with a little bit more of a
Give
bite.
it a
Sally, you
watch.
converted me. This was bomb. I liked it. Yeah.
I came to do.
Oh, it's 1 hour now.
Yeah.
This is 30 minutes. Now, this is admittedly interesting.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is just like almost like
Guilty.
Close.
You kind of, you know what I
No,
mean?
no,
Like,
it's
you make
damn
it,
close.
like, you're like, I'm gonna pop this.
Oh,
in.
see, look, and this is what happens when you don't. I've seen this happen before. It gets a little bit clumpy because the protein powder hasn't had time to disseminate. So you're gonna get a clump of protein powder. Congratulations.
I hate clumps.
Similar thing here, like foamy.
I think that's one of the things about oats is I don't like the clumpiness that can happen. Giving an in-depth analysis, she really is. She's trying for that promotion. She really is trying.
Top, you can see some strawberry pieces, which is exciting.
I don't hate it though.
I don't hate it either. I know. I'm like kind of.
You can see some strawberry pieces, which is exciting. I personally don't find strawberry pieces to be very exciting, actually. I don't know about you guys, but if I see a piece of strawberry, I'm like, that's a piece of strawberry. What's that doing there? Rather than, oh my God, this is so exciting. Strawberry pieces.
Tripped out by this.
I like it. I mean, when I'm hungry and I'm here and I just like get to work and I'm like, what am I feeling today? I kind of soak it and just eat it. Yeah.
But do you find for the quick soak you
I'm excited for strawberry pieces. Not a damp seat in the house.
have to shake it like vigorously?
Yes, and maybe more.
Not dry seed
like in between sips, a lot
Yeah.
more, because otherwise the oats would go to the bottom. Yep. Yeah. Otherwise, I would get like all the milk, and then it would just be like a like all the oats.
But this was like, impressive, like,
Yeah.
like very informative. I think what we can take away is that the longer it soaks, the more oaty
Well, the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice, Paolo. That's what they say. That's what Sal's saying to these two girls, anyway.
flavor comes through. And I think you lose more of a bite. So if you're looking for like a drink, longer soak. If you're looking for more of a chew situation, shorter soak.
Yeah.
Yeah, this almost felt like a cereal to me. Like
that's
almost
like a
like
way to
close
put
to
it.
like a cereal texture, but it's easy to
This is
drink. Like a
branded
drinkable
Monte.
cereal.
Yeah, I'm a bit
I
bored,
feel
to be honest with you. So that was Sal doing a 36-minute ad. Well done, everyone. That was a shame, wasn't it? The millennial mukbang problem. I had Greek yogurt sometimes, so I want it a little creamy. Yeah. That's our motto in Brazil. And also come to Brazil. Do you know what? Welcome in, love. Good to see you. Hope you're well. I used to teach, I used to be a teaching assistant for adults. I was also a teacher for 16 to 18-year-olds. And when I was a teaching assistant for adults, we had a Brazilian lady in our class, and she was so lovely. And she used to call me and the teacher all the time. It was just so nice. My shed gym tour. You have a shed? Oh my God, that's such a rich bitch thing. I went to Fat Cap. What we got? Your family did it backwards. We came from Brazil. That's a very Twitch thing. Come to Brazil. It's mad, isn't it? I rate you for teaching teens. It wasn't the easiest thing. It wasn't the easiest thing, I tell you.
Did you know that more than 5 million people die each year because they don't move enough? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we just
recently
watched
learned
the
that
video on
fact
that,
and my
actually.
life flashed before my eyes because that's been my life lately. I work from home and I haven't been doing a good job at getting movement every day. Some days, I don't even hit 2,000 steps a day. Yikes. And
What's your name? Foodie Beauty? Frankenberries. Have you ever seen those massive strawberries? They're like massive white strawberries.
yeah, it shows on the scale. Something needed to change. So I did the most trendy health trend known to man. I walked 10,000 steps a day, every day, for 30 days. I mean, people online swear it changes everything, right?
It's the meme in the Drag Race fandom too. They're always saying those goosebumps. Oh, right. Here I am lazing in bed with coffee. That's all right.
I tracked
Dingleberries.
energy, mood, productivity, and weight. It didn't go perfectly.
Oh.
But let's just say the results were interesting.
Walking 10,000 steps a day for 30 days. Guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret, right? I've been thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, but I've been thinking about doing a 1 million step challenge from the 1st of July to the end of September for charity. It's a 1 million step challenge for a diabetes charity. Mood, you guys. And I'm thinking of doing it. Party in the neighborhood. I would love to go to a neighborhood. So yeah, I am thinking of doing that because you know I do a charity thing every year, and it's normally in October. And as a channel, we've raised well over £1,000 for charity in the past couple of years. So I'm thinking of doing a 1 million step challenge from July from the beginning of July to the end of September. How many steps is that a day? That's about 11,000 steps a day. So it's over 10,000 and slightly under 11,000. It would be amazing, but I'm just worried that it's the peak of summer and I wouldn't be able to do it. And I don't want, because like when I do challenges like that, I do tend to be a bit overzealous, which is my issue. And Zebs would be very angry at me, I think. So I'm thinking about it, but nothing is confirmed yet. Okay, so I'm going to think about it more. I'm going to have like a nice month or two of not binge eating, a nice month or two of doing my exercise 4 times a week and something like that. Yeah, treadmills do count, and they are installing air conditioning in the gym, so I'm thinking that that's going to be a good thing. Don't set myself up. Yeah, I'm trying not to. I don't want to be like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm just thinking about it right now. Okay, I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, America is great right now. Yeah, it does seem it. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. It's not confirmed, but it's just a little secret I wanted to let you in on that I'm thinking about it. I might find something that's easier for me to do. And as you guys know, I do love a medal. I do love a medal. So we'll have to see.
Alright, it's day 1 of me walking 10,000 steps a day. We're starting off strong. We're going on a hike. My wife wants to go on a hike.
Mod, yeah.
I haven't been hiking
It's
in
definitely
like
a lot
10 years,
cooler.
so this will be fun. We hiked for 2.5 hours. We live in Phoenix and the scenery is just
Arizona.
beautiful. It was fun, but I can already tell doing it this way isn't realistic every day.
No. Walking in the desert every day would tucker you out from the heat.
Made it home. 10,027.
There you go.
Perfect. It's gonna take all of that for me to hit 10,000 steps every day. This is gonna be harder than I thought.
True vote.
So that's when I knew I was going to need a plan. I couldn't knock this out in one go. My apartment has this walking path. Each lap around is 3/4 of a mile. So my plan is in the morning is to walk a lap with my dog, because he deserves some exercise too. His name is Milo.
Hello, Milo. Everybody say hello to Milo. Look at that cutie.
And then do a lap by myself. So together, that should be 1.5 miles. A great start to my day. All I gotta do is follow the orange dots.
There you go. And not to cast any aspersions, but he is walking in a certain way, as if he wants to get somewhere very fast and very zestily. Deserts don't inspire you, beaches do. I would love a walk across the beach, yeah. Hello, Milo. Poo stop. Of course, got to be done. Milo's like, I've done a poo.
And that's 2 laps. The laps around the apartment complex typically get me maybe 5,000 to 6,000 steps. So what I typically do is around lunchtime, I'll grab my treadmill.
Okay. And not destroy the house.
I typically don't do that.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay. And I'll walk while I work.
Good.
I do this for about 30 to 45 minutes and help.
This is definitely something that you can do if you work from home. Like standing desk, walking pad. Good for bad weather, good for when you're at work, that kind of thing. And it's a good way to get steps in. Obviously, you know, it's not going to be for everyone, but it's definitely something that would give you an idea of how to get your steps in across the day.
Helps get me a few more steps. Turns out walking at my desk doesn't always register on my watch. So I stick my phone in my pocket. Not perfect, but it works.
He does, Corvid, yeah.
Alright, it is now well past 10. The day kind of got away from me. Right now I'm at 8,200 steps, so I still got some to go.
Right, yeah.
Time to hop back on the treadmill.
Let's go. Watch a show. Kitchen Prep 2, yeah. What we have to remember is that a lot of people on social media put out these very unattainable ideas when it comes to meal prep, when it comes to getting your steps in and that kind of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that is genuine, that's doable for pretty much everyone able-bodied. Would 500,000 steps be okay? I don't know. There are loads of challenges that go on throughout the year, Debbie, so I'm going to have to see which one's right for me. If it comes to it, I'll just do another thing in October. But the 1 million steps thing kind of spoke to me, so we'll see. We'll see.
There's 10,000 steps. Good night. So I pretty much did this every day, over and over and over again. So at this point I became curious, where did this whole 10,000 steps a day thing even come from? So I did some research. Turns out it actually started out as a marketing campaign.
Yes.
Back in the 60s, a Japanese company released a pedometer called Manpo K, which literally translates to 10,000 step meter. But get this, they didn't choose 10,000 because of science. They chose it because the Japanese character for 10,000 looks like a little walking person. And somehow that number...
I knew about the 10,000 steps thing being a marketing campaign, but I didn't realize it was because the kanji resembles a walking man or a walking person. Very interesting.
Stuck. It spread around the world and became a popular fitness goal. We'll get into if doing this will actually make an impact on my life. But first, we're going to talk about how this challenge became somewhat of a challenge for me. Alright, so I decided to come to a park because, to be honest, it started getting a little repetitive, doing the same routine over and over again. While walking today, I was thinking if...
Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. The 10,000 steps is marketing. The actual peer-reviewed science would suggest like about 7,000 steps a day would be optimal for a human. 1 million steps is about 500 miles. And I would walk 500 more, Debbie.
What I'm doing is even, worth it, or am I wasting my time? I was reflecting on why I'm doing this. I really would like to get more active and ideally lose some more weight, get back to what I used to be like a few years ago. Is it enough? I don't think it's enough to like dramatically lose weight, but obviously I think it's better than what I was doing before, which wasn't doing many steps at all. But I am wondering if it's 10,000. We talked about earlier how it's not really scientific at all. It came from some marketing campaign. So am I wasting my time here? I'm wondering that. I will be honest and say like it has been harder to get up to do this every day, walking every day, because obviously I'm not seeing the results. So I'm wondering,
that's where discipline comes in.
Is what I'm doing worth it? I tried going to the gym, somewhat often, but I'll always fall off. So that's part of the reason I'm doing this channel, is to kind of keep.
Yeah, the 5 fruit and veg thing is something that is it's not really talked about as something that's just an arbitrary number. Da 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 da.
Me accountable. If I'm filming it and I'm like telling myself I would like to get these challenges out there, I'm hoping that it'll keep me disciplined. I do like pickleball and stuff. I've been able to do some of that too this month, and I've realized that that's helped my step count as well.
I've been trying to find pickleball classes near here, and they're all booked up. What the heck? Oh yeah, 5 pieces of fruit and veg a day is definitely worth it. But I would probably say that having more than 5 portions is better for you than just 5. 35 different plants a week, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you need like a wide variation, but unfortunately, it's something not everybody can do. Just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles. True, literally.
But I'm trying to find out what works for me. So this is what I'm trying to do with this channel. So drop in the comments if you know of a challenge you think I should try. I'm open as long as it's safe. But it's been fun so far, to get out more and to enjoy nature.
That sky is so blue.
It can be hard to do that. So I know it's been worth it for me for that, but health-wise, is it worth it?
How is pickleball different than racquetball? I think it's just the paddles. Earworm for the day, definitely. Yeah, it's like an easier version of tennis, I think.
To find out if what I was doing is even worth it, I called up Dr. Catherine Coral Stevens. She's an ER doctor, and we used to work at a summer camp together. Back when I knew you, we were hiking like every day and taking a lot of steps, and I was skinnier back then actually. So I'm curious, as a doctor, like on the medical side.
Oh, it's got to be in the millions, Dan. If you're on a weight loss journey, that's definitely one of the things you need to do is get more steps in.
Is taking 10,000 steps a day worth it, or am I wasting my time?
You're definitely not wasting your time. There's, I think, maybe a misconception of 10,000 steps being this marker that you need to hit every day to like completely improve your health. I think for people just trying to get active, trying to improve their health, any amount of physical activity is very beneficial to your overall health in so many different ways. It helps your cardiovascular health, it lowers your blood pressure, lowers your stress.
When you see your general physician, they're like,
we're definitely not meant to be sedentary creatures. Sedentary? We definitely need to move a lot, which is why a lot of people, if they don't move for a couple of days, they will definitely feel like they need to move. That's what I just said. Exactly. I should be a doctor, really. You only listen to influencers. Yeah, they know everything.
oh, how active are you? I don't know if you ask any of those kind of questions in the ER, and if so, does it correlate to any of the issues that people may come in with?
I would say one of the biggest ways it would come into play is when people do break bones, how active you are will affect sort of the the recovery and also the treatment plan. Cardiovascular health is weak, surgery is more risky, it doesn't have as much benefit to do, and the recovery on certain ways that you break bones and how they recover can be much better if you do a surgery, but won't be.
I love that stock footage. That stock footage is wonderful.
It doesn't have as much benefit to do, and the recovery on certain ways that.
Right. What we want you to do is to tug at your broken bone and go, ah! Oh, if you could just do that for me, we'll make lots of money.
You break bones and how they recover can be much better if you do a surgery, but won't be chosen because it's not going to have a long-term benefit if you don't really walk or, exercise, use that bone very much.
Whew. That was an interesting conversation. I'd hate to go to the ER or to the doctor and they tell me that they can't give me the best treatment possible because they don't think my heart can take it. For now, let's get back to walking, but there's gonna have to be some other changes in my life.
Okay.
That chat gave me the strength I needed to finish what I started. I took my last step on my treadmill.
Let's go.
And it felt good. And that's 10,000. We did it. I gotta be quiet because my wife is asleep. But yeah.
Your wife? Your wife? Richard gay ass.
Alright,
He's
so
lovely
let's start
guy.
with energy and mood. I would say it has improved. At first, my energy was a little down, like the end of week 1. But by the time week 2 came around, my body got used to it and I saw a little boost in energy and mood, I would say. My productivity also increased considering I had to make sure I got up and did those laps every day, including on the weekends. Did I lose any weight?
Bloody, that law just dropped.
One, I started out at 249 pounds, and by week 4, I was at 245. So I lost 4 pounds.
Put on, Debbie.
Not that bad considering I didn't change my diet at all, and I'm sure you know diet is the real way to lose weight. So I'm sure if I, manage my diet a little more, watch what I eat better, I could have lost even more. Now, is 10,000 steps
with the occasional giant cookie
a day worth it? For me, it was. Obviously, I saw some improvements with energy, weight, productivity, all that, but mainly it was able to kind of give me a great start to having a more active lifestyle. So if that's something you're looking for, I think this would be a great start if you're able to get 10,000 steps. Me starting this 10,000 steps a day challenge kind of helped me think about.
They seem like a lovely couple, and in all seriousness, like, he seems like a really lovely guy. So if you want to subscribe to André Norrils, can you see that there? Yeah, if you subscribe to André Norrils, he seems like a wonderful guy, giving like sensible advice or relatable advice, I would say. Oh, well done, Fresh. Over 6,000. Let's go, guys.
Other ways I could be getting steps in more that isn't so monotonous. This month I was able to do pickleball. I also went skiing. That was a lot of fun. It also showed me how out of shape I am, but I was able to enjoy the ski trip and we ended up booking another ski trip. Everyone has something they want to work on, something they want to improve on.
It's a lovely video,
if anyone's watching this, drop down in the comments what you're working on, and maybe we can work on something together next time. If you're still here and you'd like to see this kind of content, why not subscribe? It's free. And if you don't want to see this kind of content,
15K,
well, you can leave a like and leave a comment while you're at it. All right, bye.
Don't put your hand on my face. Well, that's ruined it now. Yeah, he seems like a lovely guy. Love when a random gem pops up on my homepage. Me too. Oh. Okay, so 2 months ago, this guy was on 200 subscribers, and now he's on 26.4 thousand. So yeah, he seems. I think he must do some super high quality videos. He's done 4 of them. He's done 2 of them. Ah, okay. 1 million views on this, and then 117K on that. Ah, I'm a gem. Oh, thank you, Fresh. I appreciate that. Not as much of a gem as André Norrils, but you know. You're not brown nosing, don't worry. Roast chicken dinner tonight. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so those were the videos for today. Unfortunately, Sal's video was pretty much a hashtag ad, which was quite disappointing. But, you know, it is what it is. And it's the insidious marketing ploy that we have to navigate in these troubled times. So, yes, that's all for me from today. That's all, yeah, that's all from me for today. I don't know why I can't talk properly. So I don't know. I just ramble too much, sorry. Yeah, so tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. my time, 2 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing Quirky Love Rosie, and we're going to be looking at her Texas trip vlogs, okay? Make sure you like this stream, because it really helps me. We did have a good variety today. You are right, Zizi. And thank you to everybody for the super stickers and the memberships. Absolutely blown away by that. You're all very kind. This is a very wonderful community that we've built here. I hope you all have a wonderful day or a wonderful evening. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow if you're available. Okay, take care. Bye.